Welcome everyone to another episode of the Midcore Gamecast. My name is Kevin Alvarez, your host.
And I'm Jesse Lopez. I guess co-host? I don't know. Just guest.
Jesse is the co-host and also the shoe shine guy. So if you need your shoes shine spiffy, then he is the guy to go.
I will spit shine your shoe to next Wednesday.
With lots of spit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, welcome everyone. This will be a very new and exciting and different type of podcast. We are going to cover the Nintendo Direct that happened on April 1st, 2015.
It's it happened, April 1st. I thought it would be an April Fool's joke, but Nintendo don't play by that rules.
So it was a very surprising Nintendo Direct, none to say the least. But I think we can, disseminate some of this information and go through it and be able to, talk about the news and some of the things we're excited for.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things I didn't expect Nintendo to do and games that they're making that we saw, and then more amiibos, of course, like always, all right, amiibos.
All right, the first news I want to talk about on the news docket with the news ghost. Woo! Anyways, Smash Brothers Mewtwo will finally come out on April soon. I think April 23rd. And we get to play them. And so if you registered your 3DS version and your Wii U version, you will get Mewtwo as a free download on both.
That's if you register them, yeah, like me, or I bought them both and I forgot to register. So
you forgot to register them, people.
So whatever. I don't want to pay for them, so I'm probably not going to pay for them.
And they also announced a brand new character that will be coming and joining the Smash Brothers roster, which is a fan favorite, Lucas from Earthbound.
I don't know what fan that is because I don't like him.
I don't like him either, but people are very content to have Earthbound characters in their games. And they announced that we are going to have a fan vote for the next Smash Bros. Characters after Lucas. So if you go to their special website right now, on the Smash Brothers page for Nintendo.com, you'll be able to vote and choose a character that you would want to see in Smash Brothers. They didn't say specifically if it had to be a Nintendo character, so you could probably choose any other character to see if they can be added to the game.
That I consider very interesting because I wonder how is this going to work if they want something really hard to get and they are considering it. I guess the person that owns the character would really have to be like, all right, here you go, but we want certain royalties to the character admission and to your roster. So I wonder what kind of characters we're gonna get for real, other than Nintendo.
And also in that same announcement, they announced a new wave of amiibos for the Smash Brothers line, and they have already sold out the next day after they announced. So if you want to get one, you're pretty much out of luck. You gotta pay scalpers and ridiculous prices on eBay, or just be lucky and try to find one in the wild. But knowing Nintendo, this is gonna be a very bloody battle.
Or Japan in general, because they love doing that.
I do recommend that if you do order an amiibo from out of the country, it actually would be cheaper than having to pay one on eBay that's scalped.
Have you done that yet?
I bought Meta Knight from PlayAsia.com. PlayAsia.com is a good website you can visit to buy any kind of imports from Japan. Video games, plush, toys, mangas, all those kind of things that you would like from Japan. PlayAsia.com.
And we're not affiliated or sponsored by PlayAsia.
Yeah, we are not sponsored anyway. I just mentioned out there that it's a good website that I have bought a couple of amiibos that I could not find. Some are still overpriced, but if you get them, the closer you can buy them from the release date that they came out, the cheaper they'll be. Like Pit was at $30 to buy it from PlayAsia when it first came out. Now it's at $80, so just jump on it as soon as it's possible.
Do it now.
Okay, and the next lot of news we have is that the Wii U Virtual Console will now include Nintendo 64 games and DS games. The first ones that have gone on sale and are live right now is Super Mario World 64, and we also have Yoshi's Island for the DS.
I'm never gonna buy those games. I mean, like I would buy them on the original consoles, but I would not buy them again on a virtual console. I don't know. That's just me, though. Would you?
I bought the Nintendo 64 for the DS, and I never played Yoshi's Island. From what I heard, Yoshi's Island's really, it's very spotty. Like the people have said that the first Yoshi Island was the better one, and they have not made they have not made one that even equals or is better than the original. Like every other iteration afterwards has not been good. That's the consensus I get from listening to other podcasts and other fans.
Isn't that to like everything in the whole world, like how they make sequels for movies and it's never like same, except for Terminator 2.
I don't know. I just don't know. If Captain America 2 was better
Oh
than
yeah,
Captain America 1.
yeah, that one too.
Iron Man 3 was better than Iron Man 1 and 2.
I disagree.
Thor 2 was better than Thor 1.
Yeah,
You notice how we're using Marvel references here?
it's just Marvel only. Cause
I know.
what about
Transformers 3 was better than Transformers 2. There was no robot testicles in the third one.
they were bouncing around?
I'm under the Transformers scrotum.
It's amazing. They were just
Alright, so
jiggling around.
though, but if they do add more Nintendo 64 games, I would be pleasantly surprised to buy them. Not particularly these ones that they've announced, but I do want to see more DS and Nintendo 64 games be announced for the Virtual Console. And Jesse's on his cell phone.
I'm
Texting.
not on my cell phone. I'm trying to vote for a character right now on the Nintendo ballot.
Oh my god.
What?
All right. The next announcement they made was that Mario Maker, which was announced at the last E3 Nintendo Direct, will be coming out officially on September 2015. So they have added a bunch of new features. You can add a lot more monsters and a lot more characters in Mario's roster to create and envision your levels. And it looks like a pretty fun game for people who are creative and want to share levels amongst each other. Kind of similar in a Little Big Planet kind of way.
That game looks pretty cool. I wanna I don't know how they're gonna deal with all how they're gonna put all the levels and how they're gonna organize them from like popularity. I think they're just gonna be a voting system, right?
I would assume so. And but I wonder how would you stop from people from making like a level that's like penis shaped, you know?
That's impossible. You know damn well, because have you played Little Big Planet?
I have not played Little Big Planet.
Well, you played it, and then you get the whole bunch of rectums in those games.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see how they manage that. Made some QR codes.
No, I'm sure it's kind of impossible, but they have to pixelate it anyway, so it doesn't even really look like a penis technically.
All right.
It's not like they're gonna make a big phallus out of nowhere.
They have also announced the release date for Yoshi's Woolly World, which will come out in fall 2015.
Woo!
They have shown that if you use the brand new Yoshi Woolly World amiibo that is made out of yarn, you'll be able to get an extra Yoshi in your game, similar to the cherry power up in Super Mario World 3D Land. 3D World.
Which is the one amiibo that I'm really willing to get and start a small, tiny collection. If they were to start making a yarn amiibos, which they won't, but this is a pretty cool looking amiibo.
Splatoon has been officially announced for May 29, which will be next month. So I'm very excited and I will be getting that game. It seems like a very fun game that has some good multiplayer mechanics, and me and my girlfriend are very excited to start jumping in on that. And they have also announced some special amiibos for that game too. When you use the amiibos for the Splatoon characters on your Wii U, using the NFC reader, you will be able to unlock special costumes, some extra weapons, and some customizable things for your Splatoon character on the Wii U.
Hold everything. Did you say your girlfriend?
Yes.
I'm coughing.
Sometimes in life, Jesse.
No. I'm just saying. No. You don't start that. I'm just saying that she's actually interested in. I'm dying here.
Yes, my girlfriend is very interested in Splatoon.
I
She
thought
is also very interested in Captain Toad's Treasure Hunt, which she bought me for my Christmas present, and she also plays Mario Kart 8 with me. And there's some Mario Kart 8 news that we will discuss a little bit later on in the show.
So in other words, she bought that game for herself, but she said it was for you.
Now, the next news we have is the new Fire Emblem for the 3DS will be coming out for us in 2016. For Japan, it will come out this year. They have announced that there will be 2 storylines, and that you will be the main character this time around.
I wouldn't know about it since I didn't play the original Fire Emblems, but
Original Fire Emblem for the 3DS, Fire Emblem Awakening.
for that one.
You played as a secondary character to the main character, so you are part of the story, but you're not the main focus. But this time around, you are the main focus with your character, and there'll be a split storyline decision around chapter 6. Well, you have to decide which faction you would want to go, and depending which faction you choose, the game will end in a certain way.
So it's just dark or light chose.
Yeah. Dark isn't specifically evil, but it's just 2 different sides of the coin. You have they have announced that the light side, which is a more Japanese ninja bushido style of that family, is a little bit easier, and the dark side, which is more of a Norse Viking mythology, is a little bit harder and aimed towards more veterans of the series of the Fire Emblem games.
I find that hilarious. That dark is supposedly harder, and peacefulness is mostly easier. It's like you're basically choosing hard or easy mode, basically.
Pretty much, but knowing everyone's gonna go easy and then hard. To get the. Why would you just play one side and not play the other?
Yeah, because you bought a game for $60.
Unless you play the hard side first and then just chill with the easy side afterwards.
Just smash that A button afterwards.
I'm very excited for the new Fire Emblem game. They have shown many features, such as changing terrains on the maps, and also big like monster type of characters. So you might see the return of big creatures that you could fight. Because I remember in the GBA Fire Emblems, one of the final bosses was this big dragon. So it wasn't really like an army thing. It was just all your units fighting this big dragon, and it was pretty fun.
That sounds like fun, but I still didn't play it, so I wouldn't know.
All right, and the next news, they has shown a specific video on a Nintendo Direct. I really recommend people to go watch this video. It was very, very. My reactions to this video were incomprehensible and very sporadic as I was watching this.
So nobody understood what you were doing at the time that was happening.
No.
You were like,
Some people would say that I was losing my.
Do I really have to write this down, God?
Yeah. Okay. So I was losing my shit when it happened.
Oh my God.
In Japan, there's certain things you expect from Japan. So sometimes you expect anime, slice of life, Tokyo, boobs,
Well, they sure got
dance
a lot of,
groups, idols, music idols.
they sure got a lot
And
of
this
boobs in
video
that
had
one.
everything in there.
Yeah.
And it looked like a crazy thing. And then you find out later on that this is Shin Megami Cross Fire Emblem that they had announced last year, which blew everyone away.
Actually, they announced it 2013. So, yeah, it was last year. I thought it was 2015 already.
It is 2015.
Oh my God, so then I am right. So it was 2 years ago. Yeah, they announced it 2 years ago.
So I'm excited to play it. It's going to be very interesting how they merge the Shin Megami Tensei concept. I'm just going to say concept because I don't recognize any characters from this video. So I guess they're not going down the route of getting characters and putting them in the same game. They're going down the route of using certain mechanics and features and art styles from both games and meshing it into one hybrid.
I like how they said this game is going to be so unique. Like, there's this passive world where you're just living everyday life, and there's this alternate reality in which you have gameplay and you're having fun. Isn't that every single Shin Megami Tensei Persona game ever?
Yes.
So why is they saying this is unique?
Yeah, because now you get to use tactical battles just like in Fire Emblem.
No,
I don't know. All I know is that I saw a great amount of cleavage, and as my girlfriend knows, I am a very big fan of cleavage, and I will, bury my face in them days, and I'll be very excited to play this game.
I don't know what to say now.
Okay, let's move on to the next news.
Even my chameleon
As I
is
have
ashamed of you.
mentioned, there'll be some new Splatoon amiibos and Yarn Yoshi amiibos, but also they're adding a new game, Animal Crossing Happy Home Decorations. And the point of this game is using the Animal Crossing universe, be a decorator, but also you get to use these amiibo cards with your NFC reader, which will be released this fall in 2015 with this game. So Animal Crossing Happy Home Decoration will come out. They'll have some amiibo cards similar to your amiibos, and at the same time, for people who have not bought the new 3DS, they'll be able to buy separately an NFC reader for the regular 3DS.
I will not touch that game even if you gave me $30 or $40 to buy it, Kevin.
But would you buy the NFC reader?
Why
Or would
would
you
I
think you would buy the new 3DS soon?
need 3DS probably, but why would I buy that game? It's just a selected part of Animal Crossing that
I
like.
think it's fun for people who love Animal Crossing and it's for casual fans.
All right, would you buy it?
I personally wouldn't buy it because I wasn't big on home decorating, but I was big in collecting my museum. So let's say if it was a game where you had to make sure you caught all the dinosaur bones,
Oh my
caught
god.
all the insects and all the fishes, I would because I love having to find all those characters and put them in my museum of that part of the game. That was my favorite part of the game for Animal Crossing.
So here you
Was
go.
building up my collection.
So here you go. Animal Crossing. Collect the museum figurines stuff.
Yes, you will have me there.
I got you in a vice.
Next, we have the last bit of news is the Mario Kart 8 DLC that will come out this month. Uh, as last in I think in November or October, we had the Link and Zelda DLC that came out with some new courses. Link was a playable character, some other playable characters like F Zero's little car, and we got 8 new courses back then. And this is the second DLC pack that they had announced that was going to come out this year, which is Animal Cross themed. So you will get Isabella from Animal Crossing, a villager from Animal Crossing, and Dry Bones Bowser as playable characters. You'll have 4 brand new cars and 8 brand new courses. One of them being an Animal Crossing stage, and 7 other courses that they have not been announced, but will come out this month. And also they're gonna have a free update for Mario Kart 8, adding a brand new tier of difficulty called 200cc. 200cc will be a higher tier than 150cc, and it looks to be a much speedier type of gameplay experience.
From what I saw from the video, it reminds me of Need for Speed with Mario characters.
With the Mario characters.
In other words, god damn slow down.
So Jesse, what do you feel this Nintendo Direct? Do you think this makes up for the delay of Zelda? Oh, let's also talk about that.
Yeah.
Zelda has been officially delayed from 2015 to a 2016 game. So we will not be seeing Zelda this year, unfortunately, for the Wii U.
I will never forgive them.
But Per Schneider from the IGN's Nintendo voice chat has mentioned that every console Zelda has always been delayed. There has not been one console Zelda that has come out on time.
Even the first one?
Even the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
How would they know?
They are historians.
Stupid. Ha 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 ha. No.
But anyways, do you feel that this Nintendo Direct puts you more at ease that Zelda's not coming out, or do you think this is not a strong lineup for the fall and does not make up for Zelda being a heavy hitter? And also, not to mention, Star Fox is still on track to come out this year, but they have not announced a release date for it. It could be the summer or it could be in the fall also.
Or any gameplay footage or anything.
Or anything.
Not at all. But I already expected Zelda to be delayed. As a Zelda fan, if you're a Zelda fan, you just know it's going to come out eventually. And then you're going to wait for it and you're going to buy it anyway. So just sit tight. Because, they're just going to throw games at you and miss waiting for the actual Zelda game to come out. You already know. That's the point.
Well, I am excited for the new Splatoon game coming out next month, and me and my girlfriend we're going to play it, and we're going to have lots and lots of fun. I feel like this Nintendo Direct help put in some ease that Nintendo is working on things. But it's true. I feel like without Zelda, it's not such a strong lineup this year. Considering we got Mario Kart and Smash Brothers last year. Last year was a really strong year for Wii U.
Yeah, it was. You can't really compete against Smash
Those
Brothers.
those two games are juggernauts in themselves. I think another thing that would be fun though would be what if Zelda came out next year, and then a little bit later, I'm assuming Zelda's gonna come out the first half of the year. What about fall of 2016? We also get a brand new Metroid game.
You didn't say that, did they?
No, I'm saying like, what if we were to get a brand new Metroid game? Because it seems like we got our Mario World, we got our Mario Kart, we got our Smash Brothers, we're getting a Zelda game, we're getting a Star Fox game. And we also got Donkey Kong Country games too. The only franchise that's not being completely utilized right now by Nintendo is the Metroid series, and I think that's a shame because the Metroid series is a very fun series a lot of people love. And instead of going back to the 3D first person shooter
That's what I
version
was
of
going
it,
to ask you right now. Which you
we
wanted,
would
like
why not
Prime?
go a 3D world route where it's a mix of both, like have both 3D but still have the 2D aspects of Zelda. Metroid, where you go back and forth and find weapons and open up old doors and things like that.
Like that?
As proven by Guacamelee, that formula still works of Metroidvania, as they call it. That Metroidvania type of gameplay is still very popular.
Screw Guacamole. Make me backtrack. Screw you.
So yes, this was our Nintendo cast for episode 5 of the Midcore Gamecast. My name was Kevin Alvarez. You can find me at Superior2099 on Twitter. You can also email me at midcoregamecast@gmail.com, and you can find us on YouTube. As you would have to find us on YouTube because that's the only way you're watching us right now, because Jesse has not still uploaded these to iTunes.
Well, at least I'm going to upload them right. Like missing the half of the end of the fourth episode.
Where can they find you, Jesse?
You can find me at the same places because, Kevin just let me know that you emailed him for me. Or you can email me at the Midcore Gamecast at emk.me.
All right. Well, thank you for listening, and we'll stay tuned for the episode 6 on April. Hopefully, we'll have it up by next week. And geek out and have fun, and let us know what your comments are, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, geek out.
ない街のざわめき愛想笑いの憂鬱本音なんていつかどこか見えないふりだね